Lin Feng released the dark martial spirit to the extreme. His body was soaked with sweat, and he almost held his breath. It's too strong. This sword energy penetrates the sky and the earth, like 10,000 swords, the sound of sword energy tearing and even drowns out the sound of thunder. Lin Feng was also shocked when he used the sword. The powerful sword chi from all sides has reached an unpredictable level. At this moment, he can't even stop. Torn into pieces, this is a situation that Lin Feng had never thought of. How can it be so strong? Lin Feng's mind was spinning rapidly. These powerful sword chi are far from being able to be released with his strength. I am afraid that even a strong person in the spirit martial realm can't achieve this level. Since I used the Thunder Sword technique, I accumulated every sword, and the sword chi became stronger and stronger, until I reached the point where I am today. Lin Feng kept moving in his hands, and whispered in his heart. Up to now, this sword energy has turned into a force, the force of the sword, the invincible force. Although Han Man only has the 8th level of Qi and martial arts, he seems to be one with the earth every time he takes a step. 3 punches in a row, and the opponent will be forced to retreat. Lin Feng suddenly thought of the battle between Han Man and the man at the 9th level of Qi Wujing, and a hint of enlightenment rose in his heart. He thought that because Han Man was a martial soul of the earth, he could take advantage of the power of the earth, but at this moment Lin Feng realized that he seemed to be wrong. Potential, ubiquitous, just like this, the sword has become a potential, unstoppable. Also, when he bombarded the bell drum with the ninefold wave, the bell and drum bounced back from the attack of the ninefold wave, and when he bombarded the bell and drum with the thundering sword, the bell and drum rebounded the thundering sword attack. You must know that these 8-faced bells and drums have no attack power, and they rebounded from the ninefold wave because they used the momentum of the ninefold wave to rebound the thunder sword. Potential. A smile appeared on Lin Feng's face, the movements in his hands changed, and the heavy swordsmanship once again became light and elegant. The clouds were light and the wind was light. Fengyun Gorge, the platform of life and death, 2 figures descended from the sky. Seeing the eyes of these 2 Yun Haizong disciples turned solemn, they felt a little nervous in their hearts. At the same time, they were shocked. Young Master Da Peng of Haiyue sect was worthy of being one of the 8 master sons of Shuiyue Kingdom. Even the sect master and the great elder were alarmed. Sect master, great elder. Everyone bowed in unison and greeted the 2 giants of Cloud Sea sect. Zhangping has met Sect Master Nangong, Elder Mo. Chu Zhangping saw the 2 take a step forward and bowed slightly, his handsome face still smiling. Sect Master Chu has been doing well recently. Nangong Ling nodded to Chu Zhangping, standing there casually with the demeanor of a master. Nangong Ling is worthy of being the youngest suzerain of the Yunhai sect. Although his current strength is not as good as my father's, the seemingly random battle has given me such a strong pressure, and his strength is extraordinary. Chu Zhangping's face was calm, and his heart, but he was also secretly surprised that Nangong Ling was the most outstanding disciple of Yun Haizong in the past 100 years. When I returned to Sect Master Nangong, my father was very good. When he came, he asked me to say hello to Sect Master Nangong. Chu Zhangping's father was the current sect master of Haiyue sect. Nangong Ling nodded slightly, and then said displeasedly, "Mo Xia, young Master Da Peng is a guest from afar, why do you let people stand here?" Back to sect master, young Master Da Peng is here for Lin Feng, my outer disciple of the Cloud Sea sect. Mo Xia knew the meaning of Nangong Ling's words and immediately explained Chu Zhangping's intention. Come for the outer disciples? Nangong Ling frowned slightly, but heard Chu Zhangping say, Sect Master Nangong, Lin Feng is the son of my junior sister's second uncle. My uncle is also the father of my junior sister, so my junior sister deliberately came to solve this matter. Chu Zhangping did not dare to be too presumptuous in the face of the head of a section. He did not bluntly say that he wanted Nangong Ling to hand over the person to him, but said euphemistically, but who is Nangong Ling? How can he not understand what happened at this moment? Mo Xia, how did you handle this? Nangang Ling asked. Mo Xie did not directly answer Nangang Ling's question, but secretly glanced at the great elder standing beside Nangang Ling. Returning to the sect master, this child is disrespectful and outrageous. I plan to expel him from the section. Mo Xie responded cautiously. After all, if he directly said that he would hand over Lin Feng to Chu Jianping, he would definitely make Nangang Ling unhappy. No matter what, Lin Feng is still a member of his Yunhai sect. If it was said that he was expelled from the sect first, and what happened after that had nothing to do with Yanheizong, Mo Xie's words were not poisonous. Nangang Ling raised his brows slightly, of course he knew what Mo Xie meant. Sect master, if this person behaves like this, staying in my Yunhai sect is also a scourge, and Mo Xie is also thinking about the section. Chief Elder Mo Kanglan interjected. The people around them are very sharp in their hearts, secretly thinking that Lin Feng is finished this time. The first elder Mo Kanglan is also the law enforcement elder of the Yunhai sect, with a very high status, and he is also the father of the inner sect elder Mo Xie. Even if he said so, the consequences of Lin Feng can be imagined. Outer sect disciple. Nangang Ling whispered in his heart, shaking his head secretly in his heart. He did not agree with Mo Xie's approach, but as Mo Kanglan, the elder of the Yunhai sect, his sect master, could not be swept away because of an outer sect disciple. For Mo Kanglan's face, he could only sacrifice Lin Feng. Nangang Ling was about to open his mouth to agree, but at this moment, King. A distant and loud voice came from a distance, like a twilight drum and a morning bell, ringing in the hearts of everyone. The eyes of the crowd were slightly condensed, puzzled, looking for the source of the sound, but the head of the Yunhai sect, Nangang Ling, trembled violently, and an incomparably sharp light flashed in his eyes. This is the sound of bells and drums. Mo Kanglan was also extremely shocked. A sharp blade flashed away in his eyes, and his eyes looked towards the Juefeng Palace, where there was a stone wall. Yu reading www.ukanshu. The sound of bells and drums on the cliffs of Calm has not been heard for 100 years. King. Another heart-shaking bell and drum sounded, like a movement from outside the sky. This is the second sound. Nangang Ling's eyes flashed with shock, and then a smile appeared in his eyes. The most talented disciples in the sect are all here, the sound of bells and drums. The sound of it is undoubtedly announcing the rise of another amazing person from their Yunhai sect. Nangang Ling was not in a good mood because of Chu Jianping. No one from the huge Yunhai sect could compete with the other party. The bell and drum had never been played, but on this day, he witnessed the unison of two bells and drums. I don't know which disciple was able to pass the test of the bell and drum cliff. Nangang Ling secretly thought, secretly thinking who was playing the bell and drum, and he seemed to have forgotten everything here. King. The third sound of bells and drums revolved in the sky above Yanheizong. At this moment, almost everyone in Yanheizong looked in the direction of Tianmoya Cliff, but most of the children only knew that the sound of bells and drums came from there. But the high-level executives of Yanheizong knew that only the sound of the bell and drum cliffs could be so distant and shocking. Nangang Ling also stared blankly in the direction of Tianmoya Cliff. 3 bells and drums sounded a third time. Looking back at the 1,000-year history of Yanheizong, it seems that the bells and drums were only played 3 times 300 years ago. Huh? Nangang Ling let out a long sigh, and there was a flash of ecstasy in his eyes. The youngest sect master of the Cloud Sea sect seemed to have seen the rise of the sect.